Hi, good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's morning yoga flow. This is a 45-minute practice. I'm really excited that you chose to do this for yourself. First thing, and my main introduction to this practice is that it's like the lowest incline on-ramp ever. I don't know about you, I'm not one of those people who can like roll out of bed and start doing push-ups and planks and like running a mile. I need several cups of coffee and like a lot of very gentle, slow movement. So we will do a little bit of planks. There will be like a moment to kind of get your internal temperature up a little bit, but it's gonna be like 20 minutes into class. So if you still have coffee nearby or your tea and you're like wiping sleep out of your eyes, you're in the perfect place. So I'm gonna press play on the playlist linked below if you're interested in starting. Grab 2 blocks, keep them nearby if you have them, but for now, let's get started in child's pose. Pressing play on the playlist. All right. Child's pose is where we are getting started. You might not take quite as wide of a placement of the knees this early in the morning if you're still feeling a little rickety. Take it nice and easy, letting your chest melt down towards the earth, fingertips crawl forward. Right away here, start to notice your breath. And by notice the breath, I mean, as you breathe in, notice that you're breathing in. And as you breathe out, notice that you're breathing out. Nice and easy, just like that. Breathe in, know that you're breathing in. And breathe out, aware of that breath out. With your eyes closed or a really soft gaze downwards, start to sense into the room around you. Noticing, sensing the walls, the ceiling. Take note of any sounds you hear without getting carried away into them. Noticing what's in the foreground, what's in the background. Still aware of each breath in and out. Draw that attention a little closer to you, still noticing the feeling of the air against your skin. Maybe there's sunlight on your skin. Notice the texture of the mat beneath your fingertips. And notice each place where your body is making contact with the earth, feeling the stability of the ground beneath you. Sensing the ground rising up just a little to support you. As an intention for this morning practice, I invite you to remember that what you focus on, what you focus your attention on is what grows. This can be a really cool superpower to make positive shifts in your world, and it can also be the path to a really stressful day, fixating on things that pull us into negativity or judgment. So I just invite you throughout this practice to notice where you're placing your attention and how that shifts the experience of breathing and moving on your mat. Take a big breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, let that go. Good, crawl your fingertips off towards the right, finding a big stretch through the left side body. 2 breaths here, allowing a gentle opening. Good. Crawl your fingertips back to the middle and off towards the left, finding that same big stretch through the right side body this time. Good. Return to center. Take 2 big breaths here, breathing into the back of your heart space, noticing the length of your fingertips, the openness along your side bodies. Nice. Now gently start to wag your hips side to side like you are a giant dinosaur or something, an enormous tail behind you. Start to feel into the hips, just noticing any sensations of stiffness, of openness. And you can start to organically make this movement a little bigger, maybe starting to slide your hands a little closer to your body so you have more space to lift the hips. You're kind of drawing these little like parentheses shapes off to the right. So rising up, opening through the hips. There's no right or wrong way to do this. So keep moving with your breath, just experimenting with what feels good in terms of waking up through the hips. And maybe in a couple breaths, you'll find yourself in a more traditional tabletop shape, starting to find some cat and cow. So again, let this be really fluid. There's no real beginning or ending of one movement. They all kind of blend together. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable to you, letting your breath lead the way. Any movements that follow are an extension of the breath. So maybe finding some cat and cow here, maybe through the cat and cow, revisiting those little hip dips, those parentheses. About 5 more breaths here, just playing around, gently welcoming movement to the body. Nice job. Finish up 2 more rounds of movement. Good. Return to a neutral tabletop and start to make your way into Sphinx Pose. So all the way down onto your belly. Legs go out long behind you. You can separate your legs wider on the mat for more support. Your arms are like the number 11 on the mat in front of you, elbows under shoulders. Spread your fingers wide, gently push your palms down into the mat. We'll start to relax the legs and gently engage through the upper back. So bringing a little heat to the back body, starting to encourage some opening through the heart, across the collarbones. Maybe gently hug your elbows back towards your hips to intensify just a little. And from here, choose what feels good. Maybe some movement through the neck, maybe some face stretches. This is the best part about a home practice. Nobody can see you doing this, like silent screaming or wiggling your nose like a rabbit. All of these things release pent up tension in the face. And honestly, don't knock it till you try it. You have 4 more breaths here in Sphinx to do whatever feels good with the face and the neck. Maybe starting to feel a little heat, a little tremble through the back body. It's all good. You relax your legs more, noticing that sensation in your lower back. Nice. Gently make your way back to child's pose. Toes touch, knees out wide. 3 breaths here. Noticing any shifts you feel in sensation through the body since the last time we were in this shape. Nice. Press yourself up into a tabletop and we'll find a modified side plank on the right side. So right knee is your kickstand, right hand or fist to the ground, left foot goes out long. No wrong way to do this. We're looking for a long left arm and then any stretch that feels good. So The more you pin the pinky edge of your left foot down towards the ground, the longer the stretch can elongate through your legs. Maybe you're reaching through the fingertips, extending through both arms here. 2 more breaths. Good, keep your legs as they are. Breathe in. As you exhale, you're swooping forward, finding a little modified wide leg fold. So right knee is still kickstanding on the ground, left foot is out long. Take a couple breaths here, feeling into the left inner thigh, maybe a little bit into the hamstrings. You might sink your hips further back behind you, pushing your butt kind of back. Just noticing how that changes the sensation in the left leg. 2 breaths. Good. Use your hands to push yourself straight up. So legs are still the same. You're just standing on your right knee. Breathe in, reach both arms up. And as you exhale, bend towards the extended leg, finding a big stretch through the right side body. Relax into this stretch here. Forcing nothing, letting gravity and your breath deepen this as your body's ready. Firm your right glute like 3% to stabilize the side bend and open up along the front of the hip. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Breathe in, reach both arms up. And as you exhale, go back down to modified side plank. Just one more moment here to stretch, to notice any shifts or changes. And now we'll switch sides. So come back down to tabletop, and then we'll open up the other way. So right leg goes out long, kickstanding on the left knee. No wrong way to do this. Start to find some movement through the arm that feels good, maybe inviting an opening through the front of the shoulder. Might still feel good to open and close the jaw. Maybe you're like, the face stretches are my new favorite thing. That's great. You can do them anytime. Breathe in here and breathe out. Good. One more breath in. Exhale, swoop both arms forward, push your butt back, finding whatever stretches, movement, sensation feels good, getting into the right leg here. Nice job. One more breath. Told you it would be really slow. Nice. Now use your hands, bring yourself up, standing on the left knee. Right leg is still long. Breathe in, reach both arms up. Exhale, bend towards your right. Big stretch through the left side body here. Can you relax both shoulders? Relax your face. Engage your back, your left glute to support this side bend, then let your breath take you deeper. Good. Breathe in, both arms to the sky. Exhale, back to modified side plank just for a moment because it feels so good. Noticing any shifts, any changes. If you don't notice anything, that's okay. Breathe in and breathe out. Come back to tabletop. Good. Now, come to a comfortable seated position for you. This can be kind of in hero's pose like this with your knees together, sitting on your heels. This is a little much for your knees or the tops of your feet. You can put 1 or even 2 of your blocks underneath you. If this is just not feeling good, find truly any other seated position. This is actually more about the wrists. So bring your hands to interlace in front of you and start to find some little figure 8s with the wrist. Keeping the shoulders soft, warming up through the wrists, preparing them for a long day of typing and texting. Nice job. Switch directions of this little infinity circle, drawing them the way that feels very strange and unnatural, but staying present with the experience of being here. Nice job. Unclasp your hands, give your hands a little wiggle. Nice, and then send your palm straight out like you're asking for some candy. Send your fingertips down towards the ground. Find a gentle tug of your fingers back, a stretch for the underside of the forearm. 3 breaths here, nice and easy, not forcing it, gently waking up through the arms. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good, release that. Let's do the other arm. Left fingertips go out, palm asks for candy, fingertips down. Find that gentle tug of the fingertips back, opening up along the underside of the forearm. 3 breaths here, relax your face. Good, release the left hand, send the right hand back out, this time like you're a princess asking for a kiss. And you're going to gently bring your thumb to the inside of your palm and then wrap your other fingers around the top of the hand. Push your thumb into the palm and tug the rest of the hand down. It's kind of this push-pull feeling to get the stretch that feels good to you across the top of your wrist. But again, take it really easy. A little bit of this goes a long way. Breathe in and breathe out. Good, one more like that, inhaling. And exhaling, letting that go. Finding the same thing with the left hand, madame. Thumb to the palm. Wrap your hands around the top part of your hand, finding some sort of traction here that lets you gently tug the skin of the left wrist down. This one feels so good. I understand why ergonomic mouses exist now, because your wrist otherwise is just like always kind of like this. So if you're someone who uses a regular mouse, this might feel real good. Good, let that side go. Give your hands a little shake. We're just gonna do one more. I want you to make fists. Doesn't have to be the tightest fist of all time. We'll get there. Breathe in. And as you exhale, unwind your fist, find mime hands. Good, now as you breathe in, make another fist. Maybe you're drawing it a little tighter this time, noticing those sensations through the wrist, through the forearm. Breathe in. And as you exhale, pop your fingers open, stretching your fingers in all directions. Let's do one more like that. Breathe in, curl the fingers in, tension, tension, tension. Breathe in once more. And as you exhale, pop them open, fireworks hands. Good, release the tension in your hands. You can do some spastic jazz hands, and we'll meet together in downward facing dog. Hands are on the earth, about shoulder width distance apart. Send your hips up and back. Notice how your wrists feel now that they're a little bit more warmed up. They might still feel a little crunchy, a little uncomfortable. It's okay, my wrists feel it too. Spread your fingers wide, grip at the mat with your fingertips like you're trying to palm a basketball, and then also push these biggest knuckles of the hand down into the ground, the ones that connect your fingers to your palm. And start to pedal through the legs here, generously bending first through one leg, then through the other, noticing sensations all the way from the toes up through the Achilles and the calves. Good, breathe in here. As you breathe out, walk your hands back towards your feet into Ragdoll pose. Feet can be as wide as you want, knees as bent as you want. Your choice here. Maybe you find a chest expansion or twist. Maybe you just let the top of the head pull down towards the ground. Letting your spine gently decompress as it lengthens towards the ground. Good, bend your knees really generously, bring your hands to your hips, gently lift yourself up to stand. Nice, all right, make your way to the front of your mat. We're gonna move through a sun salutation series here to start to bring some movement of blood through the body. And it's going to also move the spine in all of its natural ways, which I hope will feel very good to us this morning. So feet are strong on the mat, hips width distance apart, close together, far apart, whatever feels good to you. Charge up through your legs, send your tailbone down, feeling your low abs gently hug in, supporting through the pelvis and the legs. As you breathe in, reach your fingertips up high, mountain pose. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center, reach the crown of your head high. Good, breathe in, reach up high. Exhale, twist to the right, reach the right arm back, left arm forward, hold and breathe here. Keep reaching the top of your head to the sky. Stretch both fingertips as long as you can. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice. Inhale, mountain, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the left, keeping your hips facing forward. Open your arms. Rather than thinking about making a really deep twist right now, can you think about making this wingspan as long as you can, energetically lengthening all of your fingers 1 more inch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, side bend towards the right. You can bring your hand to your hip or to your low back for support. Take a couple breaths here. Relax the left shoulder. Keep your legs firm, glutes strong. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, supported side bend towards the left. You might bump your hips towards the right. Couple breaths here. Noticing how it feels on this side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, little back bend. Squeeze your glutes. Push your hips forward. Lift up through the front of your chest. Maybe you bring your hands to your low back for a little support. Maybe you want to cactus them to open up across the front of the shoulders. You're here for 1 more breath in. And 1 more breath out. Good. Inhale, mountain pose, neutral spine. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine, reach the crown of your head long. Exhale, ball pose, squat and curl. Come up onto your tippy toes, send your hips as close to your heels as they'll go. Now we're here for a couple breaths. This is uncomfortable in your body. Try 2 things. 1, maybe you bring your blocks in front of you and you don't quite go all the way down. And if this is just not happening, you can stay in the forward fold. Got it? So either ball pose, breathing into your back body, tucking your chin into your chest, maybe testing your balance, or a forward fold, opening along legs, lower back. We're all here together in 2 breaths, or for 2 breaths. And then we'll move through those same shapes, matching breath to movement. Take a breath in and a breath out. Good, lower your heels. Inhale, mountain pose, push up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, twist right. Reach your fingers long. Good. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, twist left. Open up. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, back bend, spread your chest wide. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold with soft knees. Good. Inhale, breathe in, lift halfway. Exhale, ball pose, or maybe you go right back to forward fold. We're here for a full breath in. Full breath out, and we'll flow 1 more time. Lower your heels. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, hand to heart. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, twist to the right. Good. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, ball pose last time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice, one more, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, lift your hips. Good, breathe in, lift halfway. Exhale, high plank and pause. Plant your palms, step straight back. More than 20 minutes into class. All right, charge up your whole body here. Maybe start to find some little shifts forward and backward. Engage your legs. Turn on your core. Think about hugging your belly button up and in. Visualize the rest of your core, your whole low back, all of your front, hugging you tightly. Hug your arms towards each other to turn on your pecs. Gaze straight down in front of you. Lengthen the back of your neck. Breathe in. As you exhale, lower all the way to the ground. Maybe you drop to your knees first. Slide your palms down towards your lowest ribs. Breathe in, cobra pose. Lift your heart up. Keep breathing here as you hold. And let's refine the shape, finding a little more power and stability. Dig your toenails into the ground. Push your pelvis into the earth. Can you stretch your spine longer? Imagine you're holding a pencil between your shoulder blades. Pinch it tight and broaden across your collarbones, rolling your shoulder heads up and back. Good, breathe in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, high plank or tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Good, let's move on. Start to warm up through the hips and legs a little more. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward, fold, walk to meet your hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step the left toes back, low lunge. Left toes go back. Both hands frame the right foot on the ground. Good, spend a moment here getting ready to take this into a more powerful shape. So feet are parallel to each other like you're on, I'm gonna say like you're on skis, but your feet like shouldn't be far apart of your skiing. You're doing great, okay. As you breathe in, reach your arms forward and up, moving into high crescent lunge. And keep breathing here. We're gonna hold this for a little while, start to build a little bit of heat, a little bit of power through the legs. Bring your hands to your hips. Manually move left hip more forward, right hip more back. Imagine that your hip points are headlights pointing straight forward. And to maintain this alignment of the hips, maybe you bring a little bend to the back knee. This leg does not need to be straight. Good, strong, powerful lunge in the front leg. Left hip, left glute squeezes to keep driving the left hip forward. Last little bit of engagement here as you reach your arms up. Can you hug your feet towards each other underneath you, like you're trying to scrunch up your mat beneath you? So strong. Breathe in here. Breathe out. Good. Inhale, warrior two, spiral open. Adjust your legs as you need to. Bend and straighten. Settle back into a strong lunge into the right leg. Knees track more towards the pinky than to the big toe. So if your knee is sickling in, maybe shorten your stance a little. Really work to drive that knee externally, moving the hip into external rotation. Hug your heels towards each other again here. Engage your core, reach up through the top of your head. Find eagle arms, left elbow under the right. Palms might come to touch. Or maybe today you grab a big bear hug. We're just chilling. We're just stretching the shoulders as we say hello to the legs. 3 breaths. If it feels okay, lift your elbows up in line with your shoulders and gently send your fingertips away from your face to intensify the stretch across, especially the right shoulder. Send your fingertips long into warrior two, arms stretching, stretching, breathe in. Exhale, extended side angle. Right arm might come to the knee to rest. Let's make this more about twisting and opening. Reach the left arm up. Couple breaths here. Pin your left pinky toe to the earth. Gently firm the left glute. Use your right arm against your right leg to start to lift your chest up towards the sky. Both legs are still working, but the arm is helping. Maybe you find, kind of like in modified side plank, a little bit of movement through the left arm, just noticing. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, I know the right leg's tired. We got one more. Inhale, reverse warrior. You can do it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Good. Commit to that lunge in the right knee. Know that this is temporary. This isn't going to last forever. Can you draw more attention to this side bend than to how much this leg is burning? Maybe you breathe deeply into the burn, embracing it rather than trying to pretend like it's not happening. Can you relax your face? So good. Good. Straighten the right leg, reverse triangle, send all toes to face the same direction. And as you exhale, swoop the right arm all the way down, wide leg forward fold. You might turn your toes in slightly. This is your choice here too. You have 4 breaths. You can find twists, chest expansion, maybe this little lateral lunge, just crawling side to side. It's up to you. Nice job. One more full round, just taking it nice and slow. Good. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, low lunge towards the right leg. Plant your left hand or your left fist. Firm the back leg. Inhale, easy twist. Peel the right arm up. Hold here. Engage the back leg even more. Think about pulling the right hip back in space. Can you bring your left lungs up towards the ceiling? Breathe in. Exhale, low lunge. Frame your foot with your hands. Inhale, high plank. Step the right leg back. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra pose. Peel your heart up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, high plank or tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, let's move through this nice and slow on the other side. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, low lunge, right toes step back. Right toes step back. Both hands frame the left foot. Take a moment to charge up through both legs, engaging through the back leg. And as you breathe in, reach your arms forward and then up, high crescent lunge. All right, you know what's coming, but remember that what you pay attention to is what grows. So if you choose to focus on how much this burns or like this challenging thing that's coming, that is exactly how you'll be approaching the challenge. It's from like a deficit mentality. So instead, observe what's happening. Maybe be a little curious. Hands to hips, left hip goes back, right hip goes forward. And then wonder about the back knee. Does it need to bend a little? Does that help you stabilize through this lunge? Squeeze the right hip, the right glute. Reach your fingertips back up high. 2 breaths here. Engage through the legs, lengthening through both side bodies, powerful and strong. Breathe in. Breathe out. Yes. Inhale, warrior 2. Open up. Sound effects, optional. Good. Bend and straighten as you need to. Set yourself up to be successful in this. Maybe you try shortening your stance a little bit today. I recently made a huge change to shorten my warrior 2 stance, and I realized I thought it was really cool to be like, but it hurt my body and I couldn't really push myself in other ways when I was struggling to maintain the lunge. So I don't know if that like resonates for you, but just try it. See what happens. Maybe your legs are a little closer together. Find eagle arms, right arm under left. Maybe you're grabbing a bear hug instead. And we're breathing here. We're not shying away from the sensations in the legs, but turning towards them. Noticing what they feel like. Lift your elbows up in line with your shoulders. Send your fingertips away from your face to intensify the shoulder stretch. You're doing great. One more breath here. As you exhale, send your fingertips long. 2 more breaths in Warrior Two. You got it. Yeah. Spreading the fingertips as long as you can. Breathe in. Exhale, extended side angle. Left arm rests on the thigh. Right arm to the sky. Find what you need here. And if your left leg is really feeling it, you can help in this shape by engaging the right leg more. Let the right leg help with the effort. Good. 2 more breaths here. Exploring, opening, twisting, lengthening. And then your last little push here. Breathe in. Keep the lunge in the left leg. Find reverse warrior. Both shoulders square towards the side of your mat. Make this a side bend more than a back bend. Can you deepen this lunge 1 inch? It might be more mental than anything. Good. Breathe in. Exhale, straighten the left leg, toes face forward. Swoop the left arm all the way down. Wide leg forward fold. Nice job. That was a long time to hold a lunge. You did amazing. Find what you need here for 5 more breaths. Good. 1 more full round. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, low lunge back towards the left foot. Plant the right hand or the right fist. Firm up the back leg. Inhale, easy twist. Reach the left fingertips to the sky. A couple breaths here. Lengthen both arms. Squeeze your back leg. Drive your left hip back in space. Breathe in. Exhale, low lunge. Good. Inhale, high plank, step back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift your heart. Lengthen the top of your head. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, high plank or tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Nice. Gently lower to your knees. Have a seat flat on your butt. We're going to do a little bit of hip stretching, and then class is over. If you have time to stick around, we'll do a little bit of seated breathing for about 5 minutes at the end. So you're flat on your butt. Send your feet out in front of you, bottoms of your feet to the earth, hands are behind you, and you're not like collapsed down here, but this doesn't need to be like an intense shoulder opening. You're just supporting yourself here. This is more about the feet. So feet are as wide as you want them to be. Gently drop both knees over towards the left. Whew, and we're just breathing. Notice how this feels in the right hip. Right hip is in internal rotation. This might not be a range of motion we engage very often. So if it's intense, maybe come out of it a little bit, but breathe. Relax the face. Good. Both knees come to center. Breathe in. Exhale, drop your knees off towards the right. Notice what's happening in your left hip here. Does this hip feel more tight, more open? Is the sensation just different? Be curious. Take in this as information rather than grounds for berating yourself for having an asymmetrical body. We all do. Nice. 1 more breath in. And a breath out. Let's do that 1 more time. Inhale, knees to center. Exhale, drop them towards the left. Noticing what's happening in the right hip for 2 breaths. Good, knees come to center, breathe in. Exhale, drop them towards the right. Internal rotation for the left hip, just 2 breaths here. Nice, return to center. Next, we'll take figure 4 shape here. So left foot plants on the ground, bring your right knee up, ankle crosses over the left knee. If this already feels like a big stretch for your right hip, what am I doing? Here we go. You can send your feet further away from you. This will decrease the angle, decreasing the intensity. If you want more sensation in the right hip, move your butt closer to your left foot. Couple breaths here. Flex the right toes back towards the shin. And you can stay unmoving like this, but if you want to bring some of that same movement from the windshield wiping legs, maybe start to take your right foot over towards the left, just noticing how that feels. Back to center and then off towards the other side. Again, this is optional. Maybe try it out, see how it works for you, then make the best decision for yourself. Nice, 2 more breaths on this side and then we'll switch it up. Beautiful, uncross the right leg, send both legs long, give them a little wiggle. All right, and we'll send it on the other side. Left ankle crosses over the right knee. Arrange your legs as you need to. Decide if you'd like to stay in a static stretch, just breathing to the left hip, or maybe introducing some of this windshield wiping motion feels interesting, feels good. You do you. But whatever you're doing, I encourage you to breathe a little more deeply and slowly than you want to. And notice any tendency to be rushing ahead to what's next. We are almost done with this practice, but we're still here. Can you use your breath to anchor your mind right here in your body for just a couple more seconds? Nice job. All right, one more full round of breath. And release your left leg. You can give your legs a little wiggle. All right, last stretch here, a big seated forward fold. So legs long, toes flex back towards your shins again. You might wiggle any flesh out from underneath you so you can feel your sit bones rooted on the ground. Breathe and reach up. Exhale, leading with your chest, fold forward. You can bend your knees a lot, even so much that you give yourself a little hug. Or maybe to ease some of the tension you might be feeling through your low back and hamstrings, you tuck your chin to your chest and then gently rock side to side. Even if the tension is so much right now, you're still mostly seated. Give this a try, use your breath, breathe deeply into the places you're feeling a lot of sensation, and explore how breath might help loosen some of that intensity. Three more rounds, nice and slow. Good, slowly roll yourself back up to a tall seat. And we'll close class with 3 shared breaths, and then we'll enter the breath work segment if you have the time. So find a tall, comfortable seat, whatever feels good to you. As you breathe in, reach your arms up high, stretching. Exhale, hands to heart, relax your shoulders. 2 more, breathe in, reach up, maybe look up. Exhale, hands to heart. Last one, breathe in, biggest breath of the whole day so far. Biggest breath out. Amazing. All right, that is the end of our practice. If you have to go, no worries, you're welcome to slip out of this Zoom class. If you have about 5 more minutes, I want to show you a breath called skull shining breath or Kapalabhati breath. It's a very energetic breath. So I'm going to teach it to you. And if you like it, I'll put a link below and you can like find more of it. Other teachers will teach this like much more effectively than I'm going to because I'm still new to this breath. But let's try it together. So you're going to be seated, and what's most important is that you can have a tall but relaxed posture. So I like to sit on a block to lift my hips. This helps you sit more comfortably in a cross-legged position. So again, whatever is going to feel good to you, find that now. If you want to sit in a chair, you're totally welcome to do that. And in Kapalabhati breath, the inhales and the exhales are asymmetrical. The exhales are sharp, active, and forceful, kind of like a staccato note. And then the inhale is more passive, filling you back up like a balloon to re-engage through the staccato breath. And so I'll show you what I mean, and then I'll coach you through it. But start with a long, tall spine. And you can just breathe naturally here. I'll show you kind of the slow version of this, and we'll engage this breath in 3 rounds, speeding up as we go if you want to. So it starts with a breath in through the nose. Okay, it's very hard to do slowly. So that was a big breath in through the nose, and then a forceful exhale out the nose, like engaging your core in, like abdomen sucking in. And if you find that your chest is heaving while you do this, you can bring your hands to rest on the backs of your shoulders so you can really isolate the movement through your core. Let's just try it. Let's just try it. So hands might rest either on your legs, or if it helps to bring them to your abdomen, breathe in through your nose, feel your belly inflate. And then start to engage that sharp staccato exhale, feeling your abdomen hug in, and we'll count to 20. So soften your shoulders, relax your tongue. You're doing great, keep it going. When you get to 20, release into that big passive inhale. And then begin again, counting to 20. Maybe you speed up if you feel ready. You can stay slow if you're still getting the hang of it. We'll do one more round, noticing that staccato exhale and the way that immediately after the body just breathes in a little bit. All right, last one. When you're done, bring your hands to rest on your thighs. Just observe the effect of that breath on your body, on your mind. Draw your awareness to your abdomen, noticing any aliveness there, any heat. And in these last few slow breaths, can you let your whole body breathe into that sensation in the abdomen? Good. You can blink your eyes open if they were closed. That's the end of our practice today. I'm going to put a link into the box, into the video description, to a longer tutorial of this breath. It's definitely a more advanced breath. There's like a lot going on. So if that was feeling confusing to you, or if I did not do a great job explaining it, which is, possible, There are many more resources out there. I'll share some with you. Thank you so much for joining this morning. I loved seeing you. There is not yoga lunch break on Friday, but there are a number of 10-minute videos on the YouTube channel now, if you want to check one of those out instead. We'll be back next Wednesday evening with our regular 60-minute practice. Thank you again for being here, and I will see you next time.